Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final group stage match of the 1948 World Cup. And it is the two teams at the bottom of the table, France and Ireland. The irony is this: the team that you see in the second place will be eliminated the moment the whistle blows at kickoff. The United States cannot qualify despite holding second place prior to the start of this game. They are out. They are dead the moment the whistle blows. It's all down to France and Ireland, and it's very simple. If France wins, they're through to the quarterfinal with Brazil. Ireland wins. Ireland are through to the quarterfinals with Brazil. And if it ends in the draw, France go through on 2 points with a -1 goal differential. A remarkable ending to this group, really. France have only scored 1 goal in this tournament so far. Ireland have scored 3. Very surprising. But we are ready to go here. It is France versus Ireland. What a way to cap, at times, what has been a wild group stage. And I get the sense that it may be the same today. Well, it's Ireland in the green and France in the blue. Ireland's goalkeeper is in the burnt orange. France's goalkeeper will be wearing the yellow kit. The football being used is the 1962 Santiago. Finish off the group stage at the Let's Group, and the Swiss officials have made the following decision for the knockout stages. All quarterfinals and semifinals will be played at the Let's Group. The final is at the Wankdorf, and the teams are going to have to earn their way to the Wankdorf Arena. We are in the Lots of Room from here on out. We now move to the team sheets. Well, once again, for Ireland, once again for Ireland, probably their best midfield option, Peter Farrell. Has been dropped to the bench, as is free-kick hero Ernest McKay. The Irish lineup is as follows: Paddy O'Reilly, the captain, and goal. The 4 defenders: Herbert Kerr, Healy, Thomas Murphy, Jack McCarthy. Robert Cowser is the holding midfielder, partnered by John Thomas. The wingers are Denny Hannon and John Leah. Paddy Duncan partners star striker Davey Walsh of West Brom. France are working on their team sheet. In goal will be Schaefer. The defenders are Bienvenu, Lazade, Genesi, Bottini, and Marcel Colau. The two holding midfielders are Gabriel Robert, the captain, and Charles Ruel. The wingers are Mercurio and Lanfranchi. The lone French goal scorer of the tournament, Larbi Ben Barek, the Atletico Madrid star, is the attacking midfielder, and Oscar Hassaret, the veteran, is pushed to the striker position. Jean Barate, the Lille star, is on the bench, along with his teammate Andre Strape. Pacey, skillful winger Ernest Vast also continues to ride the bench. Some interesting decisions by the French tactician. A lot of people feel that France have not gotten their lineups right, and it may be why they are struggling to get out of the group. But it seems to all be on the hands of starmen Larbi Ben Barek and Oscar Hassaret. We now move to the Lettegrund for the conclusion of Group D in the 1948 group stage. I have a feeling this is going to be a very interesting game. It's the Irish and the French. France, of course, the first ever world champions back in 1930. Ireland are debuting in their first ever World Cup. They have a chance to get to the next round. The conditions look set. The audio looks set. The cameras are set. Ladies and gentlemen, we have kickoff, and the United States are eliminated. It's down to France and Ireland. We told you the moment the whistle sounded, the United States will be gone. And that has been fulfilled. And it's now down to France and Ireland to progress. Denny Hannon, Paddy Duncan. Long volley in! And it went out for a goal kick. Hassaret, Lanfranchi. Ireland clear. Larbi Ben Barek scored the goal against Brazil in what was eventually a 2-1 loss for the French. There's Robert. He crosses, he wins a corner. Hassaret will take it. And it's headed away. Back in! And the Irish clear their lines. Marcel Colau. Charles Ruel. Oh, no foul. And there's a foul. Referee seemingly siding with the Irish there. Only in a vacuum. Mercurio. Down he goes. Hassaret with the free kick, but he puts it well over the goal. Hassaret, veteran of the 1936 World Cup. where he was a goal scorer. Now in the advanced age of 34. Ireland had a chance to get a header on target, but it's cleared away. Davey Walsh, the West Brom man, crosses, and Schaefer gathers. And the first 14 minutes have been up and down, but not many chances as both teams are trying to defend as well as attack. Paddy Duncan. Duncan! Oh, interesting goalkeeping. John Thomas with the corner, headed away. Well, that was interesting. Schaefer did not feel comfortable catching that ball. He punched it out. The Irish in the attacking third of the French. Possession by the Irish. Jack McCarthy. France clear. Bottini. Mercurio. Bottini. Gabriel Robert. Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi with a lawnmower job. And Paddy O'Reilly was not fooled. John Thomas. No foul. Gabriel Robert with room ahead. Robert. Heavy touch. And the Irish clear. Kauser. Marby Ben Barek. Hessinet. Given away. Shot is charged down by Healy. And Mercurio stays with it. Lobby Ben Barek. Lanfranchi tried to play Ben Barek in. And the Irish closed the gap. Oh, it's on a knife's edge, this one. John Thomas with the first yellow of the game. Hessinet went for the cross. But the Irish clear. Ruel. Oh, you just feel like it might open up at any point. Paddy Duncan stays with it. Crosses in. And Davey Walsh got ahead to it, but could not get it on target. Lanfranchi now in the box. And Ireland clear. Not the best ball by Lanfranchi. There's Murphy crossing. Hessinet with room ahead now. Hessinet. Hessinet. Oh, and the shot's right at Paddy O'Reilly. That could have been a good chance for France. But in the end, the shot was tame. Kauser. And Gionessi clears. Right now, if it stays 0-0, France would go through on just 2 points with 1 goal scored. And they would face the Austrians. Hessinet on the ball. There's Ben Barek, bumped off the ball. France struggling to get things going. Mercurio. Dizzy's crossed in. The Irish defense holding firm, but they knew they need to win. A rugged defensive effort is not going to be all they need. There's the long ball, and a free kick now. John Thomas on it. It's off the wall. Did they miss Ernest McKay, who scored that gorgeous free kick against the United States in round 2 of the group stage? Both teams have key players on the bench, ready to make their mark if needed. It's been a relatively tame first half. Both teams know they've got to take risks, but they also cannot take too big of a risk. Mercurio now! Well, I guess that was a shot. And Paddy O'Reilly palmed it off the post. Oscar Hessinet with the corner. And it's cleared by Ireland. Both goalkeepers haven't looked exactly comfortable. some interesting options defending their goal. Well, we're about to approach stoppage time in the first half. 0-0. Not the most riveting half of football, but you can feel the tension. Both teams know this is a massive game. Robbie Van Berek, Essere to Lanfranchi. Lanfranchi crossing, terrible cross by Lanfranchi. Ruel on the ball, bumped off. Here we go to halftime, where France have the advantage in terms of qualifying. It was 2 chances for Ireland, 6 for France in a half that they more or less dominated. But there really was no open, great, significant chance to score. Right now, if it ends 0-0, France are going through. We go to the second half. At times it was a bit of an eyesore to get through. What does the second half have in store, if anything? John Leah. Ireland now know they need to go for the winner. That's a foul. The referee says to calm down to Davy Walsh. Van Berek. Bad pass. There's Jack McCarthy. Cowser. Interesting ball. Ireland, or France clear. Vinnie Hannon on the ball now. Cleared again by France. Counter. Van Berek. Ruel. Essere. And it's out for a corner. Essere will take it. Headed away by Ireland. France retain possession. And again, they can't find the trailing midfielder. Ball played in. Wonderful position by the Irish centre back. Folau. Maintaining possession. All the way back to Ruel. Ireland now. John Thomas loses the football. Van Berek. Down goes Mercurio. Essere tried to get through, but the Irish defend. Van Berek on the ball now. Chips it forward. Headed away. Back up in the air, and here come Ireland. Paddy Duncan to Davy Walsh. Davy Walsh! And Schaefer with the save. The West Brom starman, Davy Walsh, broke the back line of France. In big, bold Schaefer came rushing out and made the big save to keep it 0-0. If it stays that way, France owes Schaefer big time. Good save. That was the best moment of the game for either side. Ireland feeling confident now. Vinnie Hannon. Header. Schaefer brings it in. Then quick starts the attack. Here comes Mercurio with room ahead. Mercurio. Crossing! And Gabriel Robert's header went harmlessly wide. The game's starting to open up now as Ireland realize they don't have much time. Crossed in. John Thomas. Chipped in. France defending for their lives now. Mercurio to Boutini. The wingback. Loses it. And it's a throw. And Robinson comes in for Thomas Murphy. There's Boutini. Van Berek crossed it in. Folau couldn't bring it down. It's starting to get exciting now. This is it. The last 27 minutes will determine it all. Boutini. Leah. John Leah down the wing. Herbert Kerr to John Thomas. Robinson, the substitute, spins off his man, but he loses the football. And France retain. Gabriel Robert. Boutini cuts into the middle. Good defense by Ireland, but the ball falls to Lanfranchi. And then it's done well. Bienvenue. Now, Lanfranchi crosses it in. The 1-2 with Ben Barrett, but Kauser on the counter. Ruel on the ball. There's Hessedek. Colau crossing, no. Crossed in, chance for France. And it's cleared by Ireland. 20 minutes remain. Lanfranchi. Ruel loses it. Here come Ireland on the counter. Healy, headed away by the French. Will there be a twist of the tail? Bottini down the right. The header by Oscar Hessedek! And it's just wide of the post. Another substitute. Forgive me, I didn't catch the name. Ben Barrett. Herbert Kerr to Robinson. Oh, he spins his man. Robinson. Kauser. Ireland looking to cross. They lose it. Lanfranchi. Ben Barrett. You never know with Robbie Ben Barrett. And he forces the save by Paddy O'Reilly. Hessedek with the corner. Headed away. Robert Hessedek. It's in, now it's a save. Paddy O'Reilly trying to keep Ireland in it as the French want to kill it off for good. Robinson. Ten minutes remain for the Irish. They must score. John Thomas. John Murray. Leah. Kauser. France defending. They clear. Mercurio up the field to Hessedek. There's Ruel. There's Ben Barrett. He loses it. 6 minutes remain. Time running out for the Irish. McKay loses it. France defending. Ben Barrett with the ball. Ireland have got to get it down the field. They've got to get it into the French end. Kauser rushed it. Ben Barrett loses it. Well, the French going to tie their way in. Robert. Ben Barrett. Crossed in. Headed away by Ireland. We're in stoppage time now. France are going to pass it to death, but here come the Irish. Kauser. John Thomas. Hannon. No! The referee ends it. Ireland didn't do enough. Not nearly enough. And they go out. A disappointing end to the Irish campaign. And somehow, France draw their way through to the quarterfinals. They're going to face a lot of criticism for the way they've approached their play in this tournament. But it got them through the group ultimately. It was 12 chances for France, 4 for Ireland, 56% possession for France, and ultimately their possession is what got them through the group. It was not the most exciting way to end the group stage, but the job has been done by the French. They are through to the quarterfinals, having scored only 1 goal, but conceding only 2. The only team better than that is Denmark, who have only conceded 1. Well, that concludes the group stage. We do know that was not the most exciting game of the tournament, but it was effective for the French. They are through. Now, first, let's look at the Golden Boot standings. We have several players on 3 goals. Leacha, Zizinho, Blanche Deac, Probst, Alfred Corner, Big Gunner Nordal, Julio Perez, Uruguay, who were devastatingly knocked out of this tournament by the Nude Nienberg, Cesar Rodriguez, the Barcelona man, Theodore Wagner is on 4, and then there's 3 players tied with 5 goals. Tommy Lawton of England, the star, the hero against Uruguay, and then 2 Spaniards, Agustin Gainza and Telmo Zara. With assists, there are many players with 2, Jair, Stoyashbal, Gigi and Miguel Zarel, Stanley Matthews, the Wizard of the Dribble, Basora, Maloney, Cesar Rodriguez, Gainza, Amadeo Amadei, the Italians are through, but the player with 3 assists Karl Kohler, the classy midfielder of Austria. Well then, it's our job now to proceed to the quarterfinals and show you the quarterfinal bracket. And here it is, the 1948 quarterfinal bracket. In the upper quadrant, it is Spain versus Denmark, Austria versus France. So the winner of Spain-Denmark will face the winner of Austria-France. Of those 4, 2 of those teams have been world champions, Spain and France. Denmark are in their first ever World Cup, and if Austria win, they will reach their first ever semi-final. It must be said, Spain have been impressive, 3 out of 3. Denmark, undefeated in the group stage, they beat England. It's a tough group to get by. Austria have been superb. Stoyashbal, Wagner, Kohler, Corner, Probst. It's a team high on confidence, a team high on talent. And then it's those pesky French. They haven't won a game, but they did the job. They did the bare minimum. They got through the group in the worst way possible, and that's all that matters. And you never know. When you have players like Larbi Ben-Barek and Oscar Hessedair, and you have talent on the bench like Jean Barrete and Ernest Vast and Andre Strape. For some reason, they're not playing. The world is at the feet of the French, should they decide to play. And look at the bottom 4. Unbelievable quadrant of teams here. England versus Italy. Unbelievable game. In Brazil versus Hungary. Let's break it down. England, in their first ever World Cup. We all have known they've been a fantastic team on the world stage, but they've refused to be recognized in the World Cup. For the first time ever, they've decided to enter the World Cup. They now realize the World Cup is the World Championship. It's not the home nation tournament. The world has moved on from the home nation tournament. It's all about the World Cup. England in the quarterfinal in their first ever World Cup. Tommy Lawton, Wilf Mannion, Stan Mortensen, Tom Finney. Unbelievable player, Stanley Matthews. And the miracle over Uruguay. They shouldn't even be here. Italy, a team inexperienced, young, too young, lacking depth. nobody knew what they were capable of. They've made it through. They've made it through. They got past India. They got past Switzerland. They're in. They will not be an easy team to beat. Neither England or Italy have been to a World Cup final, nor a World Cup semifinal. So one of those teams will enter their first ever World Cup semifinal. Brazil, they've been semifinalists, I believe, twice, at least one time, going by memory. They face the reigning champions, albeit the reigning champions of the last 10 years, Hungary. That being said, they are the reigning champions, and they have a talented team. Brazil have never been to a World Cup final. Hungary are your reigning champions. What a set of teams in our quarterfinals. 4 outstanding games. We will join you next time for Spain versus Denmark. Until then, take care.